Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new comedy Lie Hard. And this is from writer, director, and star Ian Niles, who plays Rob Smart, who really wants to impress his girlfriend Kate, played by Melanie Chandra, and also her very overbearing father. And he wants to make sure that he gets a mansion to impress her and her father, so he borrows money from a loan shark and gets in all kinds of trouble. He is nothing but lies, this Rob, and that's why this movie's called Lie Hard. Get it? Now here's the thing. None of these characters are likable. For the most part. We'll get there. Most of these characters are unlikable, most of them completely devoid of logic, or a bunch of idiots. And most of the sequences in this film make absolutely no sense because nobody acts in a way that makes any sense in terms of how humans are supposed to interact with the world. And it's rather frustrating to watch this film and just feel like, who wrote this? And it's one of those kinds of things where you're put in a situation where you're hoping that some of this is so stupid and so ridiculous that you'll get a laugh. And there are moments. But most of this is nonsensical ridiculousness. But there are a few characters that wind up being shining lights. And I want to give a few shout-outs. We have a couple of characters, Clyde and Walter, who are these drug addicts that Rob winds up meeting in a convenience store, and they're in the last half of this film. They're absolutely hilarious. Every time they're on screen, they're such a joy to be around. The way they deliver their lines, the way they interact with each other, their dynamic is hilarious. And you also have this weird, strange man who keeps popping up throughout this film, who seems to be in a completely different movie, and he's actually pretty entertaining. But they go so far as to choose very bold and out there and strange decisions in terms of storytelling and stuff that just takes you completely out of this film. This film is a mess. You don't really feel connected to the Rob. You don't really care about him because honestly, he's kind of a jerk. He's an idiot. He just lies so much that you don't feel like you can trust him. Even as an audience member, you're just like, you deserve to get in this trouble. You lie all the time. And if it wasn't for, this would be a complete waste of time if it wasn't for those few characters that I mentioned before, because they're actually pretty entertaining and deserve to be in a different movie that is as entertaining as they are. This film is a bit of a misfire, doesn't hit nearly enough, but it does have some shining lights, and for like an hour and 29 minutes, I guess it has enough of them. You know, you can tell it's small budgeted. It's not something with impressive visuals and stuff like that, but, you know, there's some fun to be had. It's just you have to trudge through the rest of the film to get there. But those are my thoughts on Lie Hard. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.